ABC Jack here. How's everybody doing? Got a little bit of glare thing happening today. I don't know what's going on with the lighting, but we're just going to push on. I think you'll be able to see, but I really don't know. There's lots of glare coming from outside. So I've shut the blinds and we'll just see how it works out. Short video today. I am going to show some records that have resisted being refiled in my collection. In other words, records that I've listened to over and over again, in between new records coming out and listening to new records that come into my collection. But they're just so good that I just keep them hanging around and play them maybe once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks, because I know that they're guaranteed to please. So let's get on with it. First one, Bruce Cockburn, that Canadian icon. This is called Waiting for a Miracle. The singles, 1970 to 1987. Great record. Bruce is such a fantastic artist, and this cover art is by Robert Davidson. Fantastic Aboriginal artist. If you're ever lucky enough to be out in my part of the world on Vancouver Island, drive out to the West Coast, go up to Tofino. The coastline is spectacular, but there is a gallery, an art gallery there. Robert Hunt's gallery. Fantastic art there for sale. It's in a longhouse. It's an incredible experience. I highly recommend it to people who come out to this part of the world. But anyways, Bruce Cockburn, let's get back to this. Fantastic. I saw him in 1990, I think, the Orpheum Theatre in Vancouver. He had a band with him. Kicked ass. Bruce Cockburn is a fantastic guitar player. Just fantastic on acoustic and electric guitar. He had a great, like I said, he had a great band that night. But some fantastic songs on here. Going to the Country, Mama Wants to Barrel House All Night Long, Burn is on here, Wondering Where the Lions Are, Tokyo, another fantastic song. One of his best songs, Tokyo, is great. Rumors of Glory, The Coldest Night of the Year, Lovers in a Dangerous Time, If I Had a Rocket Launcher, Call It Democracy, and the finishes with the second last song is Stolen Land, which is an absolute killer, stone cold killer. So do you ever see this record? I've seen them in the wild. They're cheap, they're a little bit beat up, but if you can find one in good condition and you don't have any other Bruce Cockburn records, this is a great place to start. Next up, the incomparable Roxy Music. This is a record that does not get shown on the BC very often. And it is called Stranded. Fantastic record. This cover is just chills me every time I see it. It's like a murdered woman left in the forest. Very, I guess some would call it salacious. Maybe I'd have to agree, but the music inside is fantastic. Street Life, Just Like You. Amazona, oh my God. The Mother of Pearl, Sunset. I mean, every song is killer. Killer record. Well, if you're gonna start off and you don't have any Roxy music, this would be a good place to start. Totally different than all their other records, I think. Kind of a one-off, but fantastic record. Roxy Music. I'm a huge fan of Roxy Music. One of my favorite singer-songwriters from England. I've talked about her before, but here we go with Sandy Denny, her first solo record. After she left Fairport Convention, the North Star, Grassmen, and the Ravens. Fantastic record. Of course, she's helped by her friends in Fairport Convention backing her up on this record. But late November, Black Waterside, The Sea Captain, Next Time Around, The Optimist, Let's Jump, The Broomstick. Every song is just fantastic. What a voice this woman had. Tragically died very young. She had alcohol and she had some mental health issues, but fantastic artist. I think she recorded about maybe 3 albums, maybe 4. 3 for sure, maybe 4 solo records. They're well worth getting. Sandy Denny. Another band that I really enjoyed back in the day and been sitting in my collection for about 30 years. I have not listened to very much Gentle Giant, but I pulled out Freehand. This is I think this is probably around a 1975 release. My eyes are just, they're not working today. But fantastic Gentle Giant. They, you know, Time Signatures, the Prague band. They are musicians. The musicians. The Shulman brothers are great. It's a great album. Just the Same is fantastic. Freehand is a great cut as well. Time to Kill, great song, great album. Gentle Giant. Pick it up if you see it. Another fantastic artist that does not get any, doesn't get enough love in the VC, and that is Rick Danko, of course, best known as the bass player in the band. What a singer. Fantastic voice. And the band was so lucky they had 3 fantastic singers. I mean, I love Levon Helm. Rick Danko is a great singer. Of course, my favorite singer is Richard Manuel. I think he's probably one of the top 5 white, in the top 5 white singers of all time. I would go that far. This is a fantastic record. His only solo record, I think. I tried to stream this on Spotify the other day, and it is not there. So if you think that every record out there is on Spotify, it's not. This is not on it. But Ronnie Wood's on here. Blondie Chaplin's on here. Eric Clapton plays on here. Doug Sahm, my Doug Sahm is on here. George Weber's playing. You know, just some great musicians. Great record. Every song is a killer. Great singing on here. Rick Danko's self-titled solo record. If you ever see it out in the wild, grab it. Great record. Next, this is a fairly recent album that I bought. It's by the band Magazine. When I showed it, I hadn't played it yet. I hadn't cleaned it yet. And I think I got some comments from Rob Walker and Mike, the PC31, the Vinyl Policeman, said in the comments that I really enjoy it, and they were not kidding. This is a great record. Howard Devoto used to be the singer in the Buzzcocks. Well, he formed Magazine with a couple of other guys. This is my only Magazine record. It's not going to be my only. This is a stone cold killer record. It is post-punk goodness. Great record. Magazine. And last but not least, Jira, Joni Mitchell. There is not a bad note on this record. It is killer. I can play this side 1, side 2. I can do it 3 times in a row. Never get tired of it. It's on my turntable at least weekly. I love all of Joni's stuff. Blue, everybody knows Blue, and that's a fantastic record. But this is kind of to me, this is the pinnacle of her career. Jira by Joni Mitchell. So there you go, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you've why don't you tell me what you've got on your turntable that you can't put back in your collection? I'd love to hear from you. Give me a like, give me a dislike, sub me up if you want. But anyways, thanks for your time and thanks for watching. Until next time, cheers.